Was everything scientifically back in Abraham days? Was everything scientifically back in a couple of 100 years ago? I mean, back then, people were living way longer than now, and they were not scientifically backed by anything. You have to look at history as well. You can't just worry about, but today they have scientists backing this and scientists backing that. They have to back things now because there's much more diseases now. There's much more chaos now happening in the health industry, and even in the conventional medicine. Why do they teach you about holistic medicine, especially in Belize? We're working in a hospital with a lot of elder people that are already used to getting something from their backyard and making tea, but we're telling them to go home and take a bunch of different drugs. Go home and take this pill at this time, that pill at that time. Why can't you just tell me I need some fever grass, I need some some chamomile tea or something like that? Why do I need to do all of that? We need to work along with our culture, work along with our history. Belize is rich with a lot of different herbs and stuff that we can use as supplements, and we can use a lot of things from our natural ground here. Belize is so rich in that we have books on the rainforest and how to work these medicines. Why are we not doing that?
Exactly.
Look at it like that. Look at it. Why are they literally pulling us away from tradition, pulling us away from things that we raised up on?
And when you look at a medical doctor's, they go to school for 4 years or more. And how much of that time is actually spent on nutritional education? There isn't a lot. My understanding is, and each university could be different, but my understanding is that there's maybe 6 weeks out of the 4 years that is spent on nutrition. Why? That's huge to me, because nutrition is what you put in your body, and your body will respond to what you put into it. Why do you need all this education on all the different drugs out there? Yes, they're important in states of emergencies and things like that, but when you visit a doctor, when have you ever heard him say, oh, well, what is your diet like? How much water are you drinking? Are you exercising? Do you sleep well? Do you have good friends? What's your stress level? Those questions aren't asked at a medical doctor's office. And those are questions that I ask the clients all the time. That's just on the questionnaire. That's upfront information I need to know. Because if that's not intact, then of course there's going to be things that go out of hand and are off or one way or the other way.
I was telling one of my friends yesterday that we were laughing about, how you get diarrhea when you're nervous. Have you ever realized that if you're nervous, if you're anxious, if you get scared or frightened, the first thing your bowels want to do is release? And you're like, oh, I have diarrhea, I have a bad stomach and stuff. It's your nervous system, and that's affected by simple things around you. It's not just always, oh, I'm sick or something like that. It's like your nervous system, somebody frightened you, somebody brought bad news, or somebody got scared about something. One of your kids got hurt or so, you get so jumpy, the first thing you want to do is you have gas or you want to use the bathroom. And then you're like, you don't question it then because you figure it's working along with your environment. And it's the same thing. If your environment is not feeding you properly, something else is going to start getting affected because your mind is sending signal of distress to your body. And it's the same thing if you're not looking at it like that. You're worried about, oh, something is wrong with me. I'm malfunctioning, I'm going through something. When it's just literally the stress overload in your life has made a big difference on your body as well.
Right. And sometimes, you just need to take a break and take that weekend off and
run away.
Do something you enjoy that re-energizes you.